I was standing in my parents' kitchen doorway, holding groceries I had paid for myself, when I heard my father's voice from the other room. He didn't know I was there. "The $85,000 hit her account this morning," he said quietly. "Don't tell your sister, she'll just make it complicated." I didn't move. The bags were cutting into my fingers. I just stood there and listened. I set them down on the floor, quietly. I didn't say a word. But that was the moment everything changed. My name is Renata. I'm 34 years old. I work as a paralegal at a law firm. I review contracts, organize files, track documents. I'm good at it because I don't miss things. Growing up, I was the responsible one. I paid my own college tuition. I moved out at 22. I never once called my parents asking for rent money or help with bills. My sister Dana is 2 years younger. Our parents covered her tuition, bought her a car at 18, and paid her rent for nearly 2 years when she moved cities. I knew about some of it, not all of it. I wasn't resentful. I was just used to it. One kept building my own life quietly, one paycheck at a time. What I didn't know was that my parents had made a decision that would change everything I thought I understood about my family. If you've ever been the one who handled everything alone while someone else got all the help, subscribe right now. Drop your story in the comments. Click hype if you're with me. Let's go. 2 weeks after that phone call, I was at Sunday dinner. I waited for a quiet moment and asked my mother about the transfer I had overheard. She didn't flinch. "Dana had a business opportunity. We helped. You've always been fine on your own." "That's a compliment, Renata." My father nodded. "You never needed us the way she does. Be proud of that." I asked if there had ever been any plan to offer me the same help. The table went quiet. My father changed the subject. And that was that. But I didn't stop thinking. I still had access to old family financial records I had scanned years ago as a favor during a house move. I went back through them that week. 3 prior transfers to Dana, 18,000美元, 14,500美元, 9,200美元, different years, never mentioned to me, combined with the $85,000. The total was over $126,000, quietly handed to my sister while I was told I didn't need anything. I closed my laptop and sat with that number. I didn't cry. I just let the truth settle. The betrayals kept coming. Dana announced she was opening a boutique. The whole family toasted her. My father looked at me and said, "You've always been the steady one. We knew you didn't need this kind of push." Nobody asked my opinion. Even though I spent every day reviewing business contracts, at Dana's boutique opening, my name card was at the back table next to distant relatives. Dana's speech thanked our parents, our aunt, a family friend. She did not say my name. Afterward, I found her and told her quietly that it hurt. She tilted her head. "You've never really been part of this journey, Renata." Then my mother called. Dana needed me to co-sign a loan. Her credit was too thin. I asked why she needed more money after $85,000. "That money is gone," my mother said. "Dana needs you to step up for once." For once. I said no, calmly, without raising my voice. My mother said, "I thought you were family." I guess I was wrong. Then she hung up. I sat there and felt something settle inside me, cold and clear. I was done being fine. Being a paralegal teaches you one thing: paper never lies. I gathered everything. The wire transfer confirmation I had photographed quietly on instinct. The scanned bank records from years ago, and a handwritten note from my grandmother that I had kept with her old letters. It read, "Equal shares for both girls." That's what I've always wanted. 2 years before she died, she had held my hand and said, "I made sure it was written down, Renata. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise." I hadn't understood what she meant then. I did know. I called Mr. Calloway, the attorney who had handled her estate. He remembered me immediately. "I wondered if you'd ever reach out," he said. He walked me through my grandmother's original will. There was a clause. If one granddaughter received more financial support than the other, the estate would offset the difference. She had written it in because as Mr. Calloway said with a small smile. She knew how these things go. The estate had never been fully closed. A paid-off property sat in probate for 3 years with no action taken. If your documents are accurate, Mr. Calloway told me, we can open it. Then let's open it, I said. My parents and Dana were summoned to Mr. Calloway's office. They came expecting a conversation. Dana walked in confident. Let's hear whatever Renata has to say. Mr. Calloway read the clause aloud. Then I pushed my folder across the table. Every transfer, every date, every dollar. $126,700, documented and organized. My father went pale. My mother opened her mouth. Mr. Calloway raised one hand. The document speaks for itself. Dana leaned forward. That money came from Mom and Dad. It has nothing to do with Grandma's estate. Correct, said Mr. Calloway, which means the offset clause is triggered. The estate still has assets. The room went silent. Dana looked at me. You planned this. I looked back at her calmly. No, Grandma did. I just paid attention. The estate settled 4 months later. I sold the property, cleared my student loans, and built a real financial cushion for the first time in my life. I didn't cut my family off, but I redrew the lines. No more favors, no more cosign requests, no more sitting invisible at the back of a room. Dana's boutique closed within the year. My parents had nothing left to rescue her with. I spent 34 years being the fine one. The one who didn't need anything. My grandmother never believed that was fair. She just made sure the truth was written down before she left. I didn't win because I fought louder. I won because I kept every piece of paper they handed me. If your family handed everything to someone else and told you to be grateful for being overlooked, you know what that silence costs? Subscribe and share your story in the comments. Did someone make sure the truth was written down for you? Or did you have to find it yourself? Tell me below. Click hype to help this reach everyone who's been told they don't need anything.